Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Oh, boy. Hi, friends. Welcome back. It's the Hy-Vee Today Show. This is Tony Tone. I want to mention on Facebook, our friend Dr. Brad Bark commenting that, and in chat if we can, the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam does look good. It has a breakfast burrito in the frame. So Dr. Bark, listen, that could be yours for just $5. So when we start the show, we've got the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam outside the Market Grill Express. Everything that we show in that shot is $5. It's a daily feature. You can get a breakfast burrito all day. The pro tip, the Matt Schweitzer special, is the breakfast burrito with a little bit of biscuits and gravy on top. I know it sounds weird, but it's really good. And this is a mask around my neck. I don't want you to think like I can wear it. I wear it, but I'm not right now. But I do have it right here. All right, a couple of things to tell you. 4th of July is on Saturday. Obviously, you know that, but are you ready? Do you have everything you need? How are you looking when it comes to fireworks? Do you have the dirty dog? What about the MCSA fireworks tent in our parking lot? Our very own Chris Anderson out there getting a whole bunch of fireworks. We'll show you more of them later in the show. But he did a time-lapse video, and it's just kind of cool. So check this out. This is from outside the store, and you can see some of the traffic cruising by. I think I just saw myself running that red light. There's the giant gorilla going up. That's fantastic. And then the fireworks tent is open for business, and it's the only fireworks tent where, regardless of what you purchase, a portion of each sale is donated back to MCSA. And of course, as I'm saying this, there's a guy singing to a donkey on the CBS Morning News over there. What is happening? Why is it's called Donkey Lullaby? It's in my corner of my eye. Anyways, there's the fireworks tent. It's awesome. It's the only one in town that supports a good cause. They've got a great selection, and Scott Dahlke was here yesterday, and I hope that you'll go out there. I love the dirty dog, by the way. This thing is great. You light it, and then it says, it has a crackling surprise. So you can guess where the crackling surprise happens. But these are fun. And then what you do is, you fold it a little, and then it'll stand up on the sidewalk. So, again, be safe, be smart, wait till you can light them off legally. Okay, that's all I'll say about that. If you don't want to get out because it's hot, you can save time and shop with Hy-Vee aisles online with your phone or a computer at Hy-Vee.com/grocery. Same-day grocery orders available for today, the last day of June. And then tonight, if you are in the New Boston area, you got to get your orders in by 10 p.m. We take groceries to New Boston on, Wednesday. Tonight we go to Wapello, but the deadline for the New Boston is later today. So same-day groceries available. Please check that out. And then, yes, when you shop with Hy-Vee aisles online, you most certainly can use your fuel saver. And customers at this store from June 1st to June 28th, ready? $18,000 saved on gas. So again, unless you're like our one of our guests this morning, Naria, and she's got an electric car, or if you have a bike, or if you have a skateboard, or if you have a Flintstone mobile, you're putting gas in your car, and you can not have to pay full price, right? So get the fuel saver. If you don't have it, sign up. It's free. And I guarantee you, if I run that report tomorrow, the total for June will be over $20,000. So don't leave money on the table when you shop at Hy-Vee. Two last things really quick. Later this morning, around 11 a.m., we're going to surprise a senior from the class of 2020 with another Hy-Vee graduation surprise. I don't want to say where we're going, but we're not going to Durant. We're not going to be in Durant later. See what I'm doing here? We're going to Durant. So we had 197 students nominated, and we're going to surprise a student, and we're not going to be in Durant later. Okay? You see what I'm doing? So look for pictures and some coverage on that. The last thing I want to mention really quick, Chris Anderson, who's to my left, he's a local artist. You know that. He's been on the show. But did you know he's painting the walls of the church? What's the church again? Trinity. We can't even, Episcopal, the Trinity Church downtown. Okay, let's go to the picture. Look at this. This is amazing. So it was just a plain wall, and that's on the corner of 2nd and Walnut. Wow, does it look amazing. So that's our very own Chris Anderson out there in the heat yesterday painting. Look at that. I'm telling you, what can Chris paint at your church or business or home? Can he put a bat signal on my garage door? Why not at this point? My neighbors already think we're weird. Why not just do it? Why not just fully commit? So there's Chris Anderson's hard work. Is it done? No, it's not done. Okay. What else are you doing to it?
Lots of more colors.
Okay, more color, he says. That's excellent. Brad Bark says, Tony, please deliver to the office for a nominal fee. You want to adjust this? I'll bring you a breakfast burrito. All right, let's get to our guests that may also want breakfast burritos or fireworks or anything else I can give them. From Lutheran Living Senior Campus, in order of how we're sitting, to my right is the one and only Naria Strickland, who's super excited to be here. She's really excited. She is the director of admissions. I don't know if I've ever disclosed your official title before. It's great to see you, friend.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I know. You're so happy to be here. And then next to Naria is Amber Calvin, who's the director of nursing. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
You've been here before,
yes,
right? And then, but it's Rachel's first time, right?
Yes.
So Rachel Wells, you have a super long title. What should I go with? Occupational therapist? But then there's also like the certified, how do I say that word?
I'm a lymphedema therapist.
How is it again?
Lymphedema.
Lymphedema.
Yeah.
Okay, lymphedema. Okay, what does that mean? Let's start there. What does that mean, Rachel? Because I can't even say it. Lymphedema. I got
Lymphedema.
it. Yeah.
So I work with people who have swelling in their legs or arms, or it could be anywhere. And I do compression treatment, manual lymph drainage techniques to kind of get rid of that fluid.
That's fantastic.
Buildup. So yeah.
I feel like that's something that people that I know have some issues with.
Yeah.
So there's ways you're saying to like where you can get
Yes.
it moving without having to, because it seems like a lot of
Right.
times people revert to, I'm not trying to be gross, but they, use like a needle
Like
to pull some
extract it,
fluid out.
yeah.
But you're saying there's ways to get it
Yes.
to drain? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
through your lymphatic system.
Where does it go?
Out.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm not trying to be weird, but it's fascinating because it's not every day you
Yeah.
meet someone that's a certified lymphedema specialist. So that's pretty cool. All right. So that's what happens on this show. I want to learn something, and that's what I'm happy to do. And Naria always teaches me something, don't you?
Always. Always.
Every word that Naria says, I get paid $5 because she said she wasn't going to say more than 10 words. Isn't that right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm almost there. So certainly, it's been interesting last couple of months for everybody with the pandemic. I mean, this place of business, but for everybody at Lutheran Living Senior Campus, I feel like it's been a difficult time because you have folks in your four walls in your facility that you're trying to take care of that find themselves at high risk. And Amber, I wonder, the COVID-19 response, and we've got information pulled up on the website. I know that you guys have started the phasing process. So, it's so weird because we were just here a couple weeks ago talking Lutheran Living Senior Campus, but now we're starting to see maybe a resurgence in the virus. Has that impacted the phasing plan? So I guess let's start with where we're at as of today, June 30th, and then answer that follow-up question about has it impacted where things are going to head, or is it going to be delayed, or what?
There are 3 phases that have been mandated or put in place by the CDC and the Iowa Department of Public Health. Each facility has to meet certain criteria to be able to move forward. And if there are any new positive cases, whether it be with staff or with residents, then we have to go back to phase 1.
Gotcha.
So phase 1 is basically where we're at right now, where there aren't any visitors allowed to be coming in.
Okay.
We are strongly discouraging medically unnecessary appointments. So like vision care, unless there's eye pain or something like that. Dental appointments for routine cleaning. Any appointments that can be done with the use of telemedicine, we are doing. We are doing quite a few telemedicine appointments.
Yeah.
So then once we are able to go 14 days without a new positive case, which we are well beyond that.
Awesome.
But it's not just Lutheran Living. We look at the counties surrounding us as well. So not just Muscatine, but Scott, Louisa, Johnson, and then on the Illinois side as well. So unfortunately, given the resurgence of the cases that are happening, we are not able to go forth.
It makes sense. I mean, again, I understand. I don't know from firsthand experience, but I can empathize with people that are there that are restless. I don't want to stay stir crazy because I know that your staff has done a great job with activities and FaceTime and using technology and people coming up to the windows. But at the same time, their safety is first and foremost, along with the staff. I mean, as the director of nursing, I imagine you probably haven't had a lot of days off. It's probably been long days. It's been stressful. I think everybody would agree we want to get this thing over with. But until there is a shot or a pill that says, here's the COVID pill or shot, we're going to have to keep managing it. And it's not fun, right?
No.
I mean, it's a pain to have to deal with. You know, last year, this time we were talking about rescheduling a car show. Was like a big concern for Lutheran Living Senior Campus. Of course, the day-to-day taking care of people, I'm not trying to downplay that, but last year we were like, we're going to have another car show because we got rain, right? I mean, it's wild to think what happens 365 days later. But I just wonder, you know, keeping up morale with the staff and then with everybody that's in those four walls. I mean, it's got to be challenging, but you also want them to understand, like, listen, we're not doing this, you know, it's just all out of safety, right? We want you to be healthy. Because my thing that frustrates me the most for folks that are at risk or elderly, it should not be a death sentence for them.
Right.
That's what I really don't like is people that say, well, so-and-so got tested positive and they passed away, but they had underlying health issues. Well, they probably would have still been here, right? So that's where if people aren't taking it seriously, it's like, well, you need to, because we're all getting older. It's inevitable. But I just wonder for your staff, I mean, you know, just when things start to seem like they're getting better, it's tough, right? To keep them like, hey, we're all here for the right reasons. So just talk about that, because I want to try and humanize this experience, because I feel like for people that are watching that have no firsthand experience with anybody that's tested positive, they can maybe not understand the strain that it can take or put on people.
So in regards to the number of staff that we have had test positive, we've had a 19-year-old test positive.
Oh my gosh.
We've had a 50-year-old test positive.
Yeah.
And everywhere in between. I mean, the 19-year-old was very healthy.
Sure.
I mean, typical 19-year-old. And then each person experienced different signs and symptoms.
Isn't that weird?
And it took a different amount of time for them to recover. And we have staff that are still have residual effects.
Sure.
I mean, it's not just the 14 days and you're good,
Right.
because that's not true.
Sure.
So with the opening of the bars,
Sure.
having a younger population
Sure.
in our facility for employees, everybody is going stir crazy because we've been cooped up for 3 months,
sure.
and it's summer and you want to go out and do things and you want to just let your hair down. Well, one night at the bar, somebody tested positive on our
Sure.
staff, and there was no direct contact. It was all secondhand, but it's just, one night,
Wow.
a couple hours, and
Yeah.
then they have COVID.
Sure.
It's just that I think kind of helped put into perspective the importance of staying home,
Yep.
wearing your mask, performing hand hygiene, social distancing as much as you can, having somebody else in your household, if you're able to go to Hy-Vee to get your groceries or order online, that is very, very important, because we could unknowingly take it back to our residents,
Right.
and then we are going to have the whole thing start over again.
And that's and nobody wants that to happen, and it's just a weird thing to have to navigate. But you guys have done an excellent job, and there was no playbook for this, right?
Oh,
I mean, nobody had a plan.
No.
I mean, of course, you maybe have like a disaster plan or whatever, but as far as like a pandemic plan, right? I mean, it's just one of those things you learn every day. You pay attention. You work with Iowa Department of Public Health. And you take care of the people that are your residents, and then the staff, because there's a lot of people that go to work every day. And then for the residents that are there, of course, they just want to get back to life as normal as possible and stay healthy in the meanwhile. I want to transition a little, Rachel, with what you're able to do. So for folks that are there, have they had any slowdown in with respects to like the therapy services, or have those all been able to continue? Because I imagine that for people that were like, I'm going to, I'm at Lutheran Living Senior Campus, I'm going to whatever type of therapy, and we'll talk about those. Did that get impacted at all, or were they able to continue doing that?
Our patients with COVID that were COVID positive, we had to stay in their rooms and kind of be creative with how we were going to do our treatment inside their room. It kind of shifted a little bit. For occupational therapy, we really focused on, the psychosocial aspect of it as well, like making sure they had good coping skills, leisure activities that they could do to increase their quality of life, because, it's stressful. They have this big target on them, and as far as our skilled patients go, we weren't taking any new admits, so we did kind of halt that for a little bit. And then as far as our long-term care residents go, we actually split up into 2 teams to keep it separate. And we had a team over in long-term care, making sure all those residents over there, because that's their home, making sure that they're staying strong, they're staying active, and all that good stuff. So. And
then the type of different therapy, maybe I didn't even realize. I mean, is it every type of therapy that's offered is at Lutheran Living Senior Campus?
Yes.
It certainly seems like it. That's a great picture, by the way. Yeah, Schlitz is good, right? You can only get it in Wisconsin, isn't that right?
His wife gets it here, I think.
Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. I'm thinking of, what is the one in Wisconsin? That's great.
He's awesome.
That's great. Okay, so therapy, though, because it's as much as it is physical, occupational, but then like speech therapy interests me. My grandpa had a lot of strokes back in the day, and he suffered from aphasia, which impacted his speech. So he would try to say, pass me a pen, and he might say, pass me the salt shaker or something. So I took a speech therapy class when I was at St. Ambrose, and it was unbelievable. Like, the teacher of the class was one of the guys at the Mississippi Bend, whatever, the place in the Quad Cities where they do speech therapy. So is that something that has been able to continue, speech therapy? And then just talk a little bit about that, because that's fascinating to me. Like I said, I took the class and I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea.
As far as with the COVID patients, our speech therapist, she really focused on breathing exercises, making sure they had good breath support, and making sure that they could still, catch their breath during just simple things like sitting up to eat a meal, because it really took a toll on a lot of them. But as far as, speech and in general, they work on, cognitive skills, working on their speech. She's amazing. I don't, not my specialty, but she's incredible.
To have an awesome team.
Yeah. Right? We all work very well together, and it kind of meshes together.
Well, and that's the thing to take away. Before the pandemic, everybody's been doing the right thing, and if anything, you've grown closer together, right? During this time of having to get creative, having to find ways to care for people. Because I imagine there's folks at Lutheran Living Senior Campus that maybe don't need that much care, that might find themselves in long-term living, and they're just kind of like, well, I want to be able to do what I was doing, and then there's folks that are on the other end that have needed more time and needed more one-on-one. But yeah, I just think it's really fascinating, the journey that you all have been on, and the one thing that's remained is the commitment, the care, and I think that's worth saying, right? I mean, because it can be challenging, but we've just seen a couple of great pictures from the Facebook page of little things, right? That maybe folks that are watching are like, well, it just seemed like they're playing bingo. Like that's a big deal. If you can,
bingo's a big deal.
Huge.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if you can still have, even if it's social distancing, interaction, right? I mean, even just conversations. I bet the staff has grown closer to everybody, right? Maybe, I mean, Naria knows everybody there, but have you found that you've made deeper connections with folks in the four walls at Lutheran Living Senior Campus?
With residents, not coworkers.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Oh boy. This is Naria's last time on the show. But I mean, talking about that, these residents are like family at this point probably, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've helped we had happy hour last Friday.
Nice.
With real alcohol.
Oh.
And it was probably I'd rather do that than do my job. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just sitting and talking with them.
Well, and speaking of your job as, director of admissions, how is that process? Do you have any openings, and then are people able to, is it all done virtually as far as coming to check out the facility, or where are we at with that?
We have done virtual. A lot of people that, have inquired have been there as maybe a short-term rehab patient or something like that, but, and they're fine with that. They're, for the most part, most of them are. They know, that we're just wanting to protect our residents.
Yeah.
So they're good with that.
Well, and again, I think that makes sense, right? Like if you're looking at options, you need to know that you can still get in touch with everybody at Lutheran Living Senior Campus and just understand that the staff is there working. Amber, how many people, so as the director of nursing, how many people are on your staff?
About 100.
Oh my gosh.
23, I think, nursing staff.
Wow.
Total in the building,
Yeah.
We have 177.
Wow.
And that's not including our housekeeping or
Sure.
our therapy staff. So.
That's unbelievable. So you have the largest department, for sure. Wow, that's a lot of people. And I imagine they've just all been great, right? Just long day. But,
They honestly, you know the strength of your team. You like to think, we're the best. We're
Yeah.
the best. And then you really don't know until you go through a period of crisis.
Sure.
And I could not be more proud of the team that we have at Lutheran. We did pull together. There were some really, really rough couple weeks. We lost some residents that had been there for a while.
Sure.
And, they were everybody's favorites, and, you're not supposed to have favorites. And,
Right.
but they were residents that, they were so sassy. And, and it just, they loved everybody, and
Yeah.
everybody loved them. And it was heartbreaking. And
Sure.
you don't want to go through that again. But I think going through that trauma, that emotional trauma, really brought everybody together. I don't want to do it again.
Right.
But I'm very thankful for the experience that we've had. We've learned together, we have excelled together, and it really truly tells you, like I said, the strength of our team.
Yeah. Well, and just from the website again, talking Independent Living Assisted Healthcare Center, the TCC, so much goes on under one roof. Rachel, what's the therapy department like? So Erica, who's not here, yourself, and then who else do we have?
So we have Patty, she's a physical therapist.
Awesome.
We have Hy-Vee, he's a physical therapist. We have Celinda, who is a physical therapist assistant. We have myself, who's an occupational therapist.
Awesome.
Erica is our director of rehab and also an occupational therapist. We have Lisa, who is an occupational therapy assistant. Wow. And we have Tamara, who's our speech therapist.
Jeez Louise. I hope the folks at home, again, so 100...
And we have Jessica, who's our occupational therapy assistant. Sorry, Jessica.
That's a lot of people. Right.
It's a lot.
So
it's a great team.
What do you like about your job as an occupational therapist? What every day, what motivates you? What excites you? Is it watching people progress?
Yes.
I don't need specifics. I'm trying to pry, but
yes. I would say, for my skilled residents, it's really exciting for me to help them achieve their goal, whether that be return home or move to an assisted living facility or stay long term. Whatever their goal is, I love helping them meet their goal. For our long-term residents, it's simple things like, maybe they have become a two-person assist and they want to be a one-person assist. It's little things like that not only makes their lives easier, but also our nurses' lives.
It's tough, right? It's a tough gig. I had physical therapy for my knee, and I felt like a big baby. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Most men are.
Most men are. Oh boy, hot take from Naria. Oh my gosh. Listen, My favorite part about physical therapy was at the end when they wrap your knee in ice and then like the electro stim.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just come back for that, like on my back? And they were like, that's not how it works. And I was like, well, it should be how it works. All right, well, listen, and there, Chad, that's perfect. Thank you for pulling that up. So all the different services, it's a really great place that's just continued to be there and has grown so much. And I mean, I think about the 8 years that I've been here. Holy moly, Lutheran Living looks different, and it's great, and this team is outstanding. All 177 of them. Even Naria is outstanding.
Some days.
Some days, she says. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. And if you need anything, Naria wants to just be able to harass. She wants to get back to normal. She was trying to harass me into calling bingo, and we were getting close to doing it. And then this dang pandemic showed up.
Out.
I did not luck out. Don't say I lucked out. I'm probably the best bingo caller in the.
We could do a Skype bingo.
We could. Okay, so we could do like a virtual bingo.
We'll hook you up with Kayla.
Do you think the residents want to see this on a giant screen?
Maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we'll get that arranged. But if you guys need anything, let me know. Keep up the good work. And I hope you know that you're rock stars, right?
Thank
People
you.
are like, how's it feel being an essential worker? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But like you guys, I mean, you know, like, yes, this place has been open. We've been doing good work. But I really think about places like yours that, you know, you deserve the praise. So Naria said she was going to buy you Starbucks, right, Naria? Is that what you said?
Actually, I am.
Oh, really?
She is. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I ruined the surprise, everybody. That's how she bribes guests to come on the show. Isn't it true?
Yes, I sometimes I pay them, but
It's okay. You pay them sometimes.
yeah, well, not real money. Just,
Amber said she would like. Amber said she would like a jar of olives.
I'm
Amber
missing
said.
something
You
over
would like
here.
to-
No, I don't need any more olives. I do have some olives. All right, let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust ILCAM Lutheran Living Senior Campus here in Muscatine. Visit them online or check them out on Facebook. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Naria's
Thank you.
getting everybody Starbucks. I blew the surprise. So there is that breakfast burrito in the shot. All the breakfast specials that we show you are $5. They're ready to go, and we'd love to get you taken care of. We have another guest that's going to be joining us in a moment. I want to remind you, it's the last day of June, if you can believe it. Like we are, Naria is checking out my gimbal from my phone. It's the last day of June. July, you didn't break it. Just double click that back button and it'll go back to normal. There you go. Right here. This one right here. There you go. Last day of June. July starts tomorrow. So today, June 30th, oddly enough, is National Social Media Day. So we're doing this show right now on social media. Isn't that cool? It's National Social Media Day, right? It's also National Meteor Watch Day. Are we going to have a meteor anytime soon? I feel like, if anything, we've had those Starlink Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're fine. It's so funny because we were talking about that earlier. Amber does the walk-by wave. Amber's walk-by wave was marvelous. The Starlight satellite thing has been, you know, going on. Like, people are like, hey, let's look up in the sky. Maybe you've seen it. Our very own Steve Graham said that he saw it in Bluegrass, so that was super exciting. So maybe you're paying attention. I don't know if we're going to have a meteor anytime soon. I'll tell you this, you're probably going to see fireworks, right? That's something you're going to see over the next couple of days. I heard fireworks in the neighborhood. There it is right there. Look at that. Those are the Starlink satellite train thing. Well, what is the point? The point is to do like internet from space? Is that what Elon Musk is trying to do? I don't know. If he wants to send me like space internet, that's cool. We could do the show with space internet, right? I mean, why not? So that's super cool. Yeah. Starlink, a plan to surround the Earth with 12,000 high-speed internet satellites. That's wild. Okay, so that looks kind of scary. I don't know if I like that at all. What's he doing to the Earth? What's happening? Those lasers? That's internet? I don't know how I feel about that. All right, let's get to our next guest who is here. Mackenzie Lofgren is with us, and we're going to talk about something that she's doing tomorrow that's going to be pretty special. And thank you for coming here. I appreciate it. So you, Mackenzie, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about, but tomorrow, July 1st, 2:45 p.m., you are doing what to your hair?
I'm shaving it all off.
Like all of it?
Yeah.
Because you have like super
Buzzing
long.
it off. Yeah.
You have like super long hair, and you're saying that at like 3 o'clock tomorrow, you're gonna have no more hair.
Yep, it's gonna be gone.
Holy
Gonna be gone.
moly! What a difference a day will make, huh?
Yeah.
But this is cool. So you are doing this to raise money for St. Baldrick's. And I'm familiar with St. Baldrick's. There were a couple events when I was in the Quad Cities that we did. And one of the years I should have volunteered to shave my head because I wasn't opposed to that. But how long have you been raising money for St. Baldrick's?
Since the start of this month, yeah.
Just since the start of this month, you have what, over $1,000, right?
I have $1,500 at this moment.
Oh my gosh.
Hoping to get some more though. It never hurts to raise more than your goal.
Yeah, so is today the last day that people can donate?
They can still donate as long as my link is up, as long
Yeah.
as St. Baldrick's is still around. So even after I've shaved my head off, some people can still donate if they choose that.
That is absolutely fantastic. And what was it about, because you have a background with helping people, but the St. Baldrick's Foundation, it's on the screen right there, and it helps conquer childhood cancers. But what was it about that event that wanted you, because shaving off your head is a big deal. Your hair is a big deal,
Yeah.
right? I mean, but what was it that compelled you to think, you know what, I want to do this?
One of the big things that I've noticed around childhood cancer is the impact of their hair. I mean, it's really difficult growing up not having that option of having hair. And when you have cancer, obviously you don't get to choose whether you shave your head or not. So it's really empowering, I think, for me to be able to say, you know what, I have this opportunity to take a stand and show that, you know, it's just normal to have a shaved head, and it's not something people should be ashamed of. And especially for St. Baldrick's, it's such a great organization with so many different opportunities to help. So, yeah.
So your hair is super long.
Yes.
Are you prepared for it to be super short? And is it like a buzz?
Yeah.
Like, is it a quick?
Close buzz, hopefully.
Holy moly! Are you ready for that? If
I've
anything,
been-
it'll be nice because it's super hot this week.
I know.
Right?
I've been
Like-
waiting to do this since January, but with all the stuff going on, it
Yeah.
just didn't work out. But time after time, I was trying to put together an event, and I finally just had to put my foot down and say, you know what, I have to do this anyway. So.
I think it's exciting. So you're going to be. Where is it? Are you going to like document this tomorrow? So it's 2:45 tomorrow. Where is it happening at?
It's at Bar. I'm going to be live streaming it on my Facebook page.
Okay.
So hopefully people can tune in and watch that if they're interested.
Listen, I think this is great that you're doing it because it's for a good cause, and it might encourage someone that watches it or that sees this to contribute to a great cause, St. Baldrick's, or to maybe do it themselves. So you like measured. So I also want to talk about Hats to Help, which is the Facebook page that we have pulled up. You measured your hair, and like, what did it come in at? I can't really see. Was it
Just about 30 inches.
Holy moly! And after 2:45 p.m. on July 1st, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
That is wild. Oh, and then look at this. You kind of broke down how much people should give, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a new donating thing I was trying out. Like, people could sponsor an inch. So
Yeah.
since I have 30 inches, if you wanted to donate 10 cents per inch, that would be $3. Or $1 per inch, that would be $30. So kind of just a new spin on things.
That's a great way to do it. Chad, let's zoom out for a second and talk about this Hats to Help. So you are not, Mackenzie, you are not a stranger to helping. And it seems like specifically kids with childhood cancers, you've done a lot of good things for. But give us the background on Hats to Help, which is the Facebook page that we have pulled up right there.
So Hats to Help is an organization that I started when I was about 14. It's something that I've been doing for a while, and I continue to do. I find children with cancer that I would like to sponsor, and I knit them a personalized hat to cover their head and make them feel a little bit better about themselves if they're feeling a little unsure about the cancer process.
So you were 14?
Yeah, about 14.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot of, I have a son that's 8. I hope that when he's 14, he thinks about ways that he can help people. What was it for you when you were 14 that said, you know what, I want to make a difference, I want to help out?
I was involved in the 4-H program,
Okay.
and for a silent auction that my group was doing, I donated a knit hat, a chicken, and we put that up for the silent auction.
Yeah.
And the person who actually bought and received that hat had alopecia or some sort of medical hair loss. And that just really inspired me to continue searching out children with medical hair loss,
Yeah.
whether it be alopecia or childhood cancer, and knit them hats.
It's super impressive. I feel like we need more young people to be involved and to understand what's happening in the world. Because I do feel like for a lot of us, just like with the pandemic, for people that don't know someone that's impacted, they might have little tunnel vision to it and not think that it's as big of a deal. And the same thing could be said with respects to childhood cancer. I mean, if it hasn't impacted you or someone you know, a family member, friend, you might not know, how, the process that it can take, the toll that it can take on the individual, their family, their friends. But I hope at the very least people understand, like a young person like yourself that's been actively doing good work. That's incredible. So you started at 14, you've continued on, and tomorrow you're shaving your hair, and at this point, you could almost maybe bring in $2,000 for St. Baldrick's. If people watching use that link, they need to donate.
Yes.
That's outstanding. In addition to all of that, you are a senior in high school. So I don't want to spend a lot of time, because that's not why you're here, but can you just give us your reflections on, because no one has had a senior year like your class.
Oh, yeah.
The plan is to graduate Thursday, correct? So, but just talk about that. How do you feel like this has impacted? I mean, do you feel like it's brought your class closer together, or what? What are some reflections you have?
It's been really difficult, actually,
Sure.
especially since I'm in the performance aspect of things. So many end-of-year performances that I've worked up for since middle school had just been cut short, and it was just really, really terrible time. But I've seen a lot of my classmates, especially people that I'm close to in the performance areas, we're doing virtual stuff, and we're doing more Zoom calls together and just chatting about what's going on together. So in that aspect, I have seen us come together as a class, but it truly has been pretty difficult for me, at least.
So you won't be hot at graduation, right?
No, freshly shaven.
The freshly shaved hair for St. Baldrick's, which is awesome. Tomorrow at 2:45. Graduation scheduled for Thursday outside, which is nice. I feel like graduation for Muscatine typically in the gym is always hot, so it might as well be hot where there could be some air moving around. And then what's the plans for you post high school? Where are you heading, or what are you trying to? I know you're going to college, right?
Yes, I'll be going to Oklahoma City University to pursue a Bachelor's of Music in Vocal Performance.
Oh, that's exciting.
So I actually contacted my dean of music admissions and let them know that I was shaving my head, because the music aspect of the industry, it's a lot of look-based, and I didn't want that to be a challenge going into college with a bald head, because that's not usually what opera singers look like. Right. But they were very supportive, and they just told me that make sure I have a wig on hand in case I want to have some fun new looks, or if I needed some SPF on my head if I get burned. They've had some great advice for me. So. Well,
I hope that your hair grows back quickly, and I'm sure it will, but it's still such an incredible thing, and I like that you had the foresight to reach out to the college and say, hey, listen, I'm doing this. And of course they're going to support it. It makes sense. And then as far as the hair that you'll be shaving tomorrow, what's the plan? Is it going to be donated?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm affiliated with an organization called Children with Hair Loss.
Okay.
So that's my organization of choice whenever I'm donating hair. I made a post on Instagram a while ago letting people know what they could be doing if they wanted to donate their hair. So it's just a minimum of 6 inches for this organization. Obviously, I'll be doing 30 this time around, but that's totally okay if you just want to do 6. And as long as it's in good condition, they'll take it. So it could be dyed. That's one of the misconceptions people have about donating their hair, is that it has to be pure, it can't have any dye in it, but it can actually have some dye in it if you have dyed hair. So I just really encourage people to donate their hair if they have the opportunity, or if they have that sort of length. That's just one of the things that I hope comes out of me shaving my head, is that people understand how they can help in any way possible.
That's a good point. So again, supporting St. Baldrick's tomorrow, 2:45, but then the hair, 30 inches of hair, will go and help make wigs for kids that need. I mean, that's an unbelievable. I mean, to raise money for St. Baldrick's, nothing's going to waste. You know what I mean? Like that's super impactful to be able to do that. What do they think about like gray hair? Like, do you think?
Oh yeah, they can take whatever hair. Yeah.
Wow! All of a sudden, I have an excuse to grow my hair. See, my thing, Mackenzie, and maybe you can help me. My hair just goes up. It doesn't fall. It just, I don't know what happens, but I do have. I've always been told I have good hair. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if, but maybe I got a reason. I don't know if my wife would like it, but I could say I'm donating, right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
So Children with Hair Loss Organization, St. Baldrick's, Hats to Help. You strike me as the type of person that has always been busy and super involved.
Definitely, yeah.
So I imagine that this pandemic has been tough because you can't be super involved, but you're still doing it, and you're doing this tomorrow. This is great. Where will the live stream live tomorrow at 2:45?
On my Facebook page or on my mom's Facebook page, Mackenzie Lofgren or Jennifer Lofgren. Or, you could just look us up and it'll be on there.
That's fantastic. Since you probably have an answer for this, what would you like to end up doing in life? I mean, you're obviously going to school to study vocal performance. Where do you see yourself? Where would you like to end up?
Any type of performing, really. I still play violin a lot of the time. I still do musicals. There's so many different options with the amount of musical stuff that I've been involved with. I can't imagine my life without music.
Yeah.
So anything with music I could see myself doing.
Are you excited that Hamilton's going to be on Disney Plus like this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not a fan of Hamilton personally. I know that's
a hot take.
I know.
That's a hot take right now.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite musical then?
My favorite musical is about a children's spelling bee called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
So that's my all-time favorite.
Yeah. So the people that are like, oh my gosh, you said that about Hamilton, are like, oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's exciting, and I feel like, you certainly have a good head on your shoulders, and you know what you want to do, and you've achieved a lot already, and now, I mean, tomorrow, it's just so wild that you're sitting here and you got all this hair, and then tomorrow it's going to be gone. It's great, though. I think it's fantastic, and I know one of my friends, Eddie Colon, recently did a thing for St. Baldrick's, raised money, shaved his head. He didn't have as much hair as you do, but I feel for like people that are watching, if you want to get involved, I encourage you to do so, right? I mean, there's always ways that you can help, and with fundraising online, how easy is it? It's fantastic, right? I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to donate $60 to your cause with that St. Baldrick's link. I can do that?
Yes, thank you.
Because I like how you had the math on your Facebook page. So I'll do that. So we'll get you, donate $60 because I think it's super cool that you're doing this. And as someone that's had, one time in college, I did the shave with a razor, and I have a weird looking head.
I'm not going that far.
You're not going that low, which is good.
Yeah.
Because it was a weird feeling. I don't think I could ever do it again. I have a giant head, and to have it, I was like, what's that?
That's the only thing I'm worried about. I've seen some videos, and there's triangle-shaped heads or something crazy like that. I don't know what'll happen.
I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, whatever happens, I'm so excited to get it shaved. It's going to be great. Yeah.
Outstanding. I appreciate you being here. It's great, and good luck with graduation.
Yeah,
Holy moly.
thank you.
Aren't you glad that they put a plan together to do it?
To finally know what's going on, especially with all this stuff going, it's going to be great.
They're giving me the gesture that would you like to try your hand at what's in the box?
Absolutely,
okay,
I would.
So this is, have you ever played this game before?
No.
Okay, so this is sponsored by Toyota Muscatine, and Mackenzie, what we'll do is we'll set this right here. And it's kind of fun. So you just put your hands in either side, and then you close your eyes, and you try and guess what's in the box.
Okay.
Okay?
Here we go.
And then as you put your hands in, kind of push forward, and we'll open those doors. And we'll see if you can guess what's in the Toyota Muscatine, what's in the box. Here we go. The doors are open. All right, don't look. See if you can guess what it is. What's in the box? That's pretty good, Chris. They put pudding in there the other day, Mackenzie, so it's not pudding.
It doesn't
and it's
feel
not
like
a
pudding.
live animal.
It feels like a box in the box.
It does feel like that's very good.
So there's that. There's a lot of things that could be in a box.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to accept that. It's a first aid kit. That's very good.
Oh, wow.
It's a box in a box. It's kind of like box inception, right? That's fantastic. Good job. Good luck tomorrow. I feel like this is going to be, I can't wait to see the live stream.
Yeah.
And to know that all of your hair is going to a good cause. It's just great. On Facebook, Debbie says, Mackenzie, you go, girl. Sandy Weddick says, amazing, Mackenzie. So, yeah, and I hope that for people that are watching, you understand that you can get involved. You can go to that St. Baldrick's link for Mackenzie. You can make a donation. We'll put the link in the comments on this video after the show. And then maybe, if you're saying they'll take this, I could grow it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a pretty good do for a while, and then I got a cut. I got I had like pandemic hair, and then I got a cut, and I kind of regretted it because I thought for Halloween, and you're gonna think this is nerdy, I thought I might go as like Joe Exotic.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, see? Well, now I'm not cool anymore.
Wow.
And do you see how quick I went from like, this guy's kind of cool to like, no. And then I thought I could go as Carol Baskins and my wife could go as Joe Exotic. It's kind of like a twist. So I'm going to start growing my hair, everybody, because I would love to do like a St. Paul. I should just do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just do it. Why
I think
not?
everyone should try it at least once in their life.
I'll say, yeah, I agree with you. I'll say this. If we can raise money for a good cause, I'm in. I mean, maybe I even go hyper like local and I say, could I help out like the domestic violence shelter?
Yeah.
And if I collect $1,000, I'll go super shaved head. I don't know if people want to see that, but it would be for a good cause. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
2:45 live stream. Mackenzie Lofgren donating her hair, getting it cut for a good cause. Hoping to get more donations. Chad, can we go to the St. Baldrick's link one more time? You can donate online for Mackenzie. You can watch the live stream tomorrow. And then I hope you have a great time at school. It's such a cool experience going away to school. And you obviously are going places because you're very impressive. And I thank you again for being here.
Yeah, thank you so
much. Thanks to your mom for reaching out. Hi, Mom. How are you? Thanks for reaching out. Mackenzie's page is right there. Shaving to Cure Childhood Cancers. And it's a great cause, obviously, with the Stead Family Hospital not too far away, and all of the families in Muscatine County that have relied on that hospital and that have been there for them, and the work that organizations like St. Baldrick's do, it's fantastic, and I can't wait to watch. And who's doing the buzzing, by the way?
Alana.
Elena Lang's doing it?
Yes.
No
Yes,
pressure. Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
super cool. At Bar in downtown Muscatine. And Bar is on 2nd Street, right? Across from the library. Isn't that right? Bar. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and maybe they can do something with this. I don't know. Do you think, do they take, can you donate like goatee hair or no?
Ooh, I don't know about
You don't
that.
know? Okay.
I'll have to look into that.
I have so much gray hair. They don't want, are you sure? Like, I don't know. You're saying dye, I could dye it though, and then they take dyed hair.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can dye
they
it.
wouldn't know. They wouldn't look at it now. I'm getting very self-conscious, Chad. That's a very extreme close-up. Thank you again. Good luck.
Oh,
Perfect. What is that? Is that Joe Exotic? All right. Man, remember, I saw that guy at the Mississippi Valley Fair when I was on B100 all those years ago, and I thought it was weird. I'm like, people are waiting to hold a baby tiger? That feels bad. And now it's that guy? I'm glad that I didn't do that. I guess I was wise beyond my years. All right, let's go to the CVI Bank and Trust aisle cam, or the Joe Exotic camera, whatever you want to do. And Mackenzie, thank you again. Can't wait to see the stream, and I'll get that donation online after the show.
Yeah, thank
And we'll
you.
put that link in the comments for sure. That is great. All right, listen, Joe Exotic. He looks like Red Hot Brian Scott, not me. I mean, if Red Hot doesn't go as Joe Exotic, but look at Joe Exotic should donate his hair, shouldn't he? What's he doing with it? He's in jail. Would they want it? Of course they would. It's celebrity hair, right? He could raise a ton of money for a good cause. And I've heard that if you send Joe Exotic a letter, he'll respond. So let's get Joe Exotic to donate that hair. Oh my gosh. If you haven't watched Tiger King on Netflix, stop what you're doing. Stop watching this show at the end of it, and then watch Tiger King. Okay, fireworks. Let's talk about the 4th of July. That Joe Exotic mugshot is something else, isn't it? Holy pickles. All right, fireworks tent. I'm going to mention that in a second because I don't want to forget this bread. Roman's going to be mad. So we've got this awesome homemade bakery fresh focaccia bread that I want to show y'all, and then we're going to talk fireworks. So focaccia bread, it's like 3 simple ingredients. This stuff is ridiculously good. So many different kinds. You can see a jalapeno cheddar, an Asiago. I've got a garlic focaccia bread. As someone with, this is the good stuff right here. This is the salsa focaccia bread. As someone who is Italian, like I am, my grandpa and grandma would make focaccia bread back in the day. This is Parmesan black pepper. These are like $2, and they're so good. Brad, was it you that, look at this, bacon cheddar. Stop the show. Bacon cheddar focaccia bread, what? Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. As much as I love bacon, should we try it? I mean, it's only $2. What are they going to do? Fire me? They could. No, I'll pay for it. Somebody will pay for it. Brad will pay for it. Oh, and it doesn't even have the twist tie on it. We got to try it, everybody. Brad said he's never tried focaccia bread, right? No? Okay. Well, I've never had bacon focaccia bread, but I'm familiar with it. Just look at me. I'm a guy that's had bread, right? You can tell that. All right, little piece. Here we go. Bacon cheddar. Oh, come on. That is so good. That's real bacon, too. You know what I mean? That's not like bacon bits. No offense, Bacon Bits Company. But that's like real bacon. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. I like focaccia bread. I'm in. You don't have to convince me. I already knew it was good. You can heat it up, or you can just... I didn't want to take a bite, because I want these guys to try it. You just tear a little piece, and you're good to go. That's $2. And that's a bacon cheddar focaccia bread. It's 14 ounces, and it's from the bakery. All right. Wow, I'm really impressed with how good that was. It's real bacon. I love bacon. You know this about me. Me and Jim Gaffigan, we love bacon. All right, fireworks. The tent in the parking lot, staffed by volunteers. Guess what? They could still use volunteers. It's the only fireworks tent in Muscatine County that helps. Oh, my gosh. Look at this comment. Oh, my gosh. Miranda Schroeder. We are watching the show from the Children's Hospital right now. How about that? So, wow. I don't know what to say, Miranda. I hope you guys are okay. I hope Jack's doing well. I saw your Facebook post. Yeah, that's wow. I wasn't prepared for that. I don't know what to say. That kind of caught me off guard. But it's a great place, obviously. The Stead Family Children's Hospital, holy moly. They are miracle workers, right? So shout out to Miranda and Jack and their family. And Eli, whose birthday was just the other day. And I hope you're all doing well and you get back home soon with whatever's going on. We hope you get out of there and time to enjoy fireworks. And yeah, wow, okay. So I wasn't prepared for that. Wow, that's great. I just hope Eli is, he's a wild, fun 9-year-old, right? He probably wants this firework. Eli probably wants the dirty dog firework, doesn't he? If I know, my kids love this thing right here, this dirty dog. I'm telling you what. Do I have a price for the dirty dog? $1.95. Worth every penny. $1.95. All right. The MCSA fireworks tent also has things like The Undertaker. Not to be confused with the WWE wrestler that just announced his retirement. Do wrestlers ever really retire? I don't know, but apparently he is retiring. The Undertaker also kind of looks like Danny DeVito's Penguin from Batman Returns. Can we zoom in on the Undertaker's face? That's not a terrible take. I've had worse. Look at that guy. Oh my gosh. No, thank you. Yeah. How'd you like to be that guy? Hey, Phil, what's new? Just doing a little modeling. Oh, yeah? Where can we see you? Undertaker firework. Oh. Making money modeling? Yeah, enough. I could be a fireworks model. Could I not? Why not? You got big and tall fireworks? I'm your guy. Big and tall fireworks. That is a good idea, Chris. Big and tall fireworks. They're bigger and they're taller. America. Big and tall fireworks. What's underneath it? The F5. So the Undertaker is $50. The F5 is $35. Wow, that's $35. That's a good size. And then we've got Proud and Loud. This is funny. Proud and Loud right here. Loud and Proud is $50. 25 shots, right? Another fireworks model is on there, right? Because you probably can't have a real member of the Navy, right? They probably can't do that. Like, how was your service in the Navy? It was pretty good, and then I had to model for fireworks. Like, that doesn't happen. But I could be that guy. That could be me, right? I'm always willing to make extra money on the side. This one really makes me nervous. This is the Ripcord Parachute Roman Candle. They tell you not to hold these things. Do not hold in the hand. Where am I supposed to put it? What am I going to dig a hole in the ground? Seriously. Why do we have Roman candles? Because every single person that's ever lit a Roman candle is doing this. They're doing this. But like, what's the point? I don't understand. But there it is. That's $6.95. That's cheap for this thing? Holy smokes. Okay. And then on the bar, we've got a solar eclipse for $25.99. Solar eclipse of the heart. There you go. That's right there. Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm just falling apart. Nothing I can do. Solar eclipse of the heart. That is $25.99. And warning, it shoots flaming balls because it's a firework. How many warnings do we need to put on fireworks? Warning, it's fireworks. And, there's some big ones back there. I don't know if we can show those. What do we got? Iowa Nation. And then we have the Cyclone Cannon also on the bar back there. Those are big. Look at that. Iowa Nation is $69, and that is definitely something you could have at the old fireworks show. While we're there, Brad, we've also got some of the Ray Gun shirts you can see on the bar right there, red, white, and brew. Have those in the store, and we have some Ray Gun koozies on the set. These are Ray Gun, again, I feel like they do a good job with their products, right? So whether it is the Ray Gun koozie or the patriotic tableware stuff, we've got you covered for the 4th. I will request whether I can get pictures or a live shot. Yesterday in the entrance and exit, we put up these posters that look like a giant American flag. Can't really see them, but we're gonna move some plants down, and it's awesome. The store looks really good. Looks really good. You saw yesterday we have Uncle Sam riding a firecracker that's an inflatable that's on top of the Frozen case. So that's a thing that we needed. And we got it, everybody. All right, so please go to the MCSA fireworks tent in our parking lot. Again, it's the only one in town that you can purchase with a purpose. Every firework you buy, whether it's the Dirty Dog or the Undertaker, a portion of the sales go to MCSA. And Scott Dahlke, Executive Director with MCSA, is watching right now. Okay. A couple things to mention and we'll get out of here. So Aisles Online, again, it's hot, it's humid, maybe some rain today. If you don't want to shop, you don't want to come out, download the Aisles Online app on your phone and get your groceries same day. My wife sent me a text. Let me pull it up on my phone. I'm not going to show you this. I'm just going to read it. Can you please bring home our grocery order tonight? So how do I know they're same day groceries? Because I just put an order in. My wife did. Okay, so same day groceries available. Been doing it for 4 years. The only place in town that delivers groceries. The only place that goes. We're going to Wapello tonight. We're going to New Boston tomorrow. Get to Hy-Vee.com/grocery or download the Aisles Online app, and that's fantastic. And I probably should have reminded my wife that since I work here, the employee discount this week is 20%, and that applies to online. It's marvelous. It's great. Okay, the 4th of July ad, we can show you that is on the back page of the newspaper this week, and it's really just another reminder why I can't handle Let's Make a Deal. I'm telling you, that's an astronaut costume. I can't handle it. These costumes on this show, it's a whole thing. Maybe if I would have gone to school a little bit longer, hit that 5th year, I could have got a job hosting a Let's Make a Deal. I'm sorry, it's just very distracting. They're all in costumes all the time. I don't get it. Anyways, the newspaper ad for 4th of July is for both this store and Hy-Vee Main Street. One-stop shop for the 4th, from the deli to the bakery to the floral to the food service. Listen, I love the idea of a party tray. Meat, cheese, sandwiches, cookies, brownies, cookie, cakes, floral, looking really good for the 4th. And then, of course, the flag cheesecake. Those are good. We're having a little bit of a contest with the flag cheesecake, and we may, later this week, put up a thing where you can donate money that we'll send to the domestic violence shelter, and whoever gets the most money gets a pie in the face. So I've done this in the past, and I got a pie in the face. If I'm not mistaken, it was at the Alzheimer's walk several years ago, and the mayor, Diana Broderson, Sheriff C.J. Ryan, and yours truly, we got pie in the face. But it was for a good cause. So while I am adverse to dunk tanks, I will never go in a dunk tank. I will happily take a pie in the face to raise money for the domestic violence shelter. Bring it on. Chris, could you grab me one of those pies? I think they're in the salad bar, if you don't mind. And then we'll go back to that ad just because I want to mention a couple other things. The deals that are below that section right there, Chad, if we scroll down a hair. So these deals start tomorrow. So just keep that in mind, dated July 1st through the 7th, whether it's the Bud or the Bush or the Pepsi or the Coke or the chips. If you need stuff for the 4th of July, I promise we've got it here. We're always here for you. We're open normal hours on the 4th of July, 6 a.m. till 11 p.m., ready to go. Brad's taking my bread. The nerve of this guy. He took my bread. And Chris is bringing the flag cheesecakes. Thank you, sir. So, listen, this is, oh my gosh, it's 2 pounds. Oh, I don't want to take back my offer, but a 2-pound cheesecake to the face? How much money can we bring in for a good cause? These are $8.99. These are $8.99 with a 10-cent fuel saver. They're fantastic. All you need is a spoon or a fork, glass of milk, and a good attitude. You don't even have to share if you don't want to. It's America cheesecake. 2 pounds. Holy moly. That might hurt. Practice right now? No practice? Okay. So for a good cause, whatever it takes, right? I mean, we just talked to Mackenzie. She's cutting off her hair tomorrow for a good cause. So why not do that? All right. A couple other things we'll get out of here. The garden center product that is remaining is 50% off now. Okay. So anything that's near the entrance, the plants are 50% off. The iron decorations are still 25% off. And let's do it. So come and buy it, please, and spruce up your home. Hanging baskets, we've still got them 50% off. All the live plants ready to go. Help us clean up on those. And then we still have like 1 patio furniture set if you need it. And again, the iron decorations are 25% off. Those are super cool. And if you're watching on Facebook right now, if you're just tuning in, I appreciate that. Miranda said that, yes, he keeps asking me to buy him fireworks. He says he wants something. Now Matt's calling. I'm going to hang up on Matt. Is that bad if I decline Matt's call? Oops. Better than sparklers. So Miranda's son wants fireworks that are better than sparklers. I like that. All right. Let's get out of here because apparently I got to call my boss back. Unless he wants to say, put a pie in your face right now. Matt, if you're watching, leave a comment. I didn't mean to ignore your call. But if you want to donate to the domestic violence shelter, I'll just go head first. All right, thank you for watching. Thanks to our guests this morning. We talked to Amber Calvin, the Director of Nursing at Lutheran Living Senior Campus. We talked to Rachel Wells, who's an occupational therapist, and our friend Naria Strickland, Director of Admissions. We appreciate Lutheran Living Senior Campus and all that they've been doing during the pandemic and just going above and beyond for their residents. And then a big thanks to Mackenzie Lofgren, who is a graduate, Muscatine High School class of 2020, graduating Thursday, but tomorrow at 2:45, she's shaving off her head. She's got 30 inches of hair. She's donating money to the St. Baldrick Society that helps with childhood cancers. Then she's donating her hair to the Children with Hair Loss organization. She's very well-spoken, and I was very impressed with Mackenzie, and we wish her well, and we thank her for being here. Tomorrow, Assistant Fire Chief Mike Hartman, right? He'll be here. Talk about firework safety and some things you need to know. And then no show Thursday. I'm off, and then we'll be here Friday. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Toyota Muscatine, what's in the box today? First aid kit. Makes sense, first aid kit. And, And Top Care Tuesday. Oh, you're smart. This guy is killing it over here. This Chris Anderson. Not only is it a first aid kit, it's a Top Care first aid kit. And on Top Care Tuesday, you can buy one, get one 50% off. Man, how do you remember all that stuff? I don't get it. Gosh, I just want to throw a pie at you. Just kidding. It's a cheesecake. I want to throw a cheesecake at you. And thanks to Lutheran Living Senior Campus. We'll see you tomorrow. I have to call my boss back. Goodbye, everybody.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.